recently my wife and I decided to go to Disney World, and we brought our kid, so it wasn't as weird. We brought our 4-year-old, and he loves animals, and he's like a genius. I don't know what you call it, like a zoologist maybe, and he knows all about animals. And so we thought we'd take him to Animal Kingdom, which is the worst Disney park. If you don't know, it's just the worst. I love that I offend a couple people there. And on the way, for our trip, we decided to rent a minivan just to test the waters, just to look into our future and see if we liked, how it felt. Let me just tell you guys, I loved it. I'm all in on the minivan experience. I've never driven better. The amount of cup holders is astonishing. I don't know who designed this thing, but they should work in our government. It's amazing. It's just truly amazing, She didn't like it. It was ironic. I loved it. She had a little bit of a problem with it, and she was a little embarrassed. I got to say, maybe it's because of why. I'll tell you, though. I'll tell you why. Because when we were driving up, we were down in South Florida, but when we were driving up to Disney, we were kind of seeing all these cars coming in the opposite direction, and they looked like they were all off-roading. They were covered in mud and dirt and all this different stuff. And I'm looking at these cars saying, what is happening? Are these people just coming from an expedition of some sort? But they're Priuses, so I know it's not off-roading. And so we're just stumped. What is this, And as we're driving close, we see just like a gray sheet in front of us. It looks like it's raining, but it's a beautiful day out. Can't figure out what it is. Come to find out, 2 or 3 times a year, Florida has like an infestation of locusts. They're called love bugs, but it's like Revelation-style, open-the-earth locusts that come out. And when we drove into them, it was like driving into a hailstorm. It's like we're taking on enemy fire. Things like, they're like popcorn all over. And I've never seen anything like it. Nobody warned me about any of this. It's getting everywhere. And so I think, let me just turn on the windshield wipers and... have you been through the love bug fiasco? Here's what's worse. I went to click the washer fluid, and we had no fluid and so I'm just wiping. I'm just wiping bug guts all over our windshield, and it's getting worse. Every successive wipe, it's getting worse. I'm trying to stop it, and they're going faster. I thought I was gonna have to be like Ace Ventura, driving with my head out the window, getting all love bugs in my teeth. It was horrible. So we pulled over as soon as we could, and there was just like hundreds of people at this rest stop. Just everyone was like commiserating. It was like church. Like we all got this problem, and we're all trying to encourage each other, help each other out. We're passing around the gas station, little squeegee thing, and you're having to, get it off the windshield, and you had to stop like every 40 miles. That's what I found. Around every 40 miles, you had to pull over, and then you see the same people, and you're getting to know them. Hey, how's your kid? It's like we're like a Bedouin Caravan, and it was really a unique experience, And what was so interesting about this is like if you didn't get these bugs fully off, when you pulled back onto the highway, that so many more would get on that that you would literally not be able to see where you were going, And like this is what I think is maybe. It's like a picture of the problem with our culture right now, is we have such an infestation of negative speaking, an extreme critical speech. It almost doesn't matter what road you choose. It almost doesn't matter who you vote for. It almost doesn't matter what church you go to. Whatever direction you try and go, you're getting hit by an infestation of criticalness and anger and negativity. And I'm here today to pull your caravan over and squeegee your windshield off of the junk and the dirt that's gotten all over you. Because if you're not careful, you'll think it's normal. Everyone else looks like this. Everyone else is covered in all this junk. Everyone else is all over the road. So we are too, but I'm here to tell you, just because everyone else is doing it doesn't mean you're not caught in the middle of a massive infestation of critical speech. And so this is what Sundays do. This is what worship does. It squeegees your vision. It squeegees off your life that you can begin to go in the right direction. And by the end of today, I'm going to hand this squeegee to you and say, now, you got to be intentional about pulling over in your life and beginning to squeegee the junk off of your life. You need to get the worship squeegee out. You need to get the word squeegee out. You need to get the crew, small group, squeegee out, because let me tell you, it's every 40 miles. It's not like once a year. Every week, every day, you need to be intentional about getting the junk of the world out of your vision. And let me take it one step. Let me take it one step further. You need to make sure that you get it fully and completely off of you, because if you leave it on, you're gonna have a problem. See, one of the things I didn't realize, I'm just squeegeeing the windshield. Everyone else is washing their whole car with that, and I'm saying that is disgusting. They're washing their hood and the windshield wipers and and I'm thinking, I don't need my lights right now. Why are you guys doing this? I figured out why. Because when you park your car in the 9,000 degree Floridian sun, it bakes those carcasses into the enamel of the paint. I washed that car legitimately 4 times before I brought it back to the rental, and I didn't get any of those bugs off that vehicle. Listen, you gotta get this stuff off, or eventually it starts getting baked into you. It starts getting baked into your heart and baked into your soul. It starts getting baked into your mind. You begin to use words. In fact, you start adding to the infestation because everyone's doing it. I'm just adding to the infestation, not knowing something got on the inside of you, something got on your words, something got on your thoughts, that it's a environment that you should never be a part of propagating. You got to get that junk off of you. You know what's funny is I don't know if I should tell you this part or if I'm taking this metaphor too far, but one of the squeegees that I had to try and get all the junk off, and I'm putting it in the bucket, and I'm trying to get all these bugs off. I saved it because I thought, we're gonna encounter this problem again. And I threw it in the back of the van, and after a while, we're driving around and say, man, this is kind of smelling weird, like this smells like a dead fish. Like, did we hit a skunk? It took us. I wish we were smarter than this. It took us 2 full days to figure out that it was the thousands of rotting insect carcasses in the back of our van was getting into the polyester seats. You know what I'm saying? It was getting into the environment. But let me tell you, some of you have taken the negativity that's come on you, and you've allowed it to get in you. You brought it in your home. You open your door to the infestation, and you close the door, and pretty soon this decaying scent of death, it's in your living room. It's just how you speak now. It's just how you talk to each other. It's just how you react to your kids now, and it stinketh. And today what I'm saying is we need to get the squeegee out. We need to get some new apparatuses here. We need to wash the car a couple times, and then we need to know going forward what we're driving into and be very aware of the fact that our environment might get on us, but it cannot get in us. And just because it's happening around us doesn't mean it needs to become us. But your words can go in, and it can literally begin to change who you are, who others are. And I believe that God can literally use you to bring a different environment around you. Can you say amen?